Hunyuan Image 2.1 has been published by Tencent yesterday. So many people is talking about this model right now. Currently none of the applications, not even ComfUI, is supporting this model yet. Therefore, I have developed a very amazing, very easy to use Gradio application with one-click installers, and today I will show you how to use this model. Tencent published this application just yesterday. It is still in early stages, but I used the official pipeline and built a Gradio application that you will be able to use this model with all features, with extra features we have, with the most accurate and highest quality. Currently not even ComfUI supporting this model, however my application is fully supporting with so many features, so let's begin to see the features our application has. We allow to choose regular versus distilled model usage. Distilled model works with 8 steps, also its inference is 2 times faster per step. We support model offloading, reprompt model offloading and refiner offloading. Refiner really improving the quality, therefore I recommend to use it. We support multi-line prompting. You see each line you can write a new prompt and enable multi-line prompt here, and it will generate each line like this. We support custom seed or minus seed, which is random seed. When you set number of images, for example it is set 2 here, it will generate 2 images for per prompt like this. We support reprompt model. When you enable this and enable auto enhance, it will automatically enhance the prompt according to the LLM that others are recommending. We support use refiner, and I recommend using 8 steps refiner. As I said, it is improving the quality. We support negative prompt so that you can use negative prompts to make images either more realistic or more like cartoonish or 3D. We support custom aspect ratios. By clicking this, it will automatically set your aspect ratio and the resolution. The native resolution of this model is 2048 to 2048 pixel. We support different guidance scale, CFG scale for both refiner and also for regular model inference. So you can set different CFG scale for base model and the refiner. We support inference steps differently for both base model and the refiner model. Moreover, we support shift value S for base model and refiner separately. We have fully working config settings, so you can load the configuration that you want, or you can save new ones from here. Type name, save, refresh, it will appear, and the application will remember when you next time restart the application which config was used last. Furthermore, you can use this prompt enhancement tool to see what your prompt will be like when you use it. Just type an enhanced prompt. Moreover, you can also refine your existing images, so you just upload your existing image here. Let me show you, for example this one. It will automatically detect aspect ratio and set the closest aspect ratio. Here you see this is set, then it will use the refiner model to refine image. All of the generated images will be saved inside outputs folder with their metadata, so that you can later look at the generation settings and you can replicate it. Also, if you have enabled the refiner, it will save both without refiner and with refiner, so that you will have both of the versions. You will have metadata. When you open a metadata, it will show you all the used settings like this. Hopefully I will improve this application as you requested. Normally installation of this model is extremely hard. You have to download so many different models into the different folders, but I have prepared one click to install and download for Windows, for RunPod and for mass compute. My robust downloader, but it is really robust, will automatically download all of the necessary models into the necessary folders, so you won't spend any time. Moreover, my installer generates a virtual environment and it uses Torch 2.8 and CUDA 12.9. You don't even need to install them, you just need to have Python and also Git, because I am using all pre-compiled libraries like Flash Attention, and I am compiling them with support of all of the GPUs out there, so it will be the easiest installation that you have seen. So let's begin. So as usual, I have prepared an amazing post which will show you all the directions. The link of this post will be in the description of the video. I recommend you to read this post before starting using it. Download the latest zip file, it is here or it will be in the very bottom where you will see in the very bottom attachments here. Move the downloaded zip file into any disk where you want. So I will extract into my E drive. To install on Windows, just double click Windows install or update.bat file and it will start installation and automatically install everything. All you need is Python 3.10.11 and git install it. The rest will be fully automatic. It will do everything automatically for you. Then once the installation has been successfully done, you need the Windows startup file. I already have installed version. Windows startup.bat file run. It will start the application and the application has started. Now I can use it. It is pretty simple to use. It will show you all the messages here. Moreover, during the installation, if you get any model download errors, which shouldn't happen because I made it extremely robust, all you need to do is Windows fix model download.bat file. It asks you whether you want to download Hunyuan Image 2.1 plus Refiner or distilled version. You can download either of them or you can download both of them, and I recommend to download all of them. It will start downloading. Since I have previously downloaded, it is just going to download missing file, which is this one. The other ones were all previously downloaded, therefore it will just skip them downloading. This downloader is extremely robust. It has full resume capability and everything. However, currently on Windows we won't be able to use this because it is lacking VRAM optimizations at the moment. I won't be able to show you on Windows yet, so I will show you on mass compute. However, when we can use it on Windows, when the optimizations becomes available, I will update this post and notify everyone. So don't worry about that. So how we are going to use it on mass compute and on RunPod? First of all, you see there is a mass compute instructions txt file. My mass compute installation is same as other ones. If you have watched any previous tutorials, you know it. Please use this link to register. After registering and logging in your panel, put up some billing here, then go to deploy. And the GPU selection, I recommend RTX Pro 6000 right now. You can also select H100 or A100, it is up to you. But this GPU is both cheap and extremely fast. And it has 96 GB of VRAM. From category select creator, from image select SE courses. Then we have a discount coupon. This coupon working on all of the GPUs, it is SE courses. Verify. You see this price is amazing. It is much cheaper than the RunPod prices. Only $1.47 per hour deploy. Once you deploy it, it will show you new instance successfully created, and now you just need to wait initializing to be completed to proceed. Meanwhile, if you don't have previously installed ThinLinc client, let me show you how to do that. So when you click details, it will show you login URL, Ubuntu and password, and you need to download this ThinLinc client. Go to there, select your operating system. It can be Windows, Mac, Linux. I'm on Windows, and double click the installation. Yes, then click next, accept, next, install. So it is just next, accept, run ThinLinc client. Then in the options, you need to set up a local device, and you see clipboard synchronization is enabled. This is important, and drivers. So click details, and you see there is a driver that I did add. So add a folder from your computer where you will be able to synchronize files, but small files, big files will fail. Read and write permission, okay. Then okay. Then move the downloaded file into your synchronization folder. This is my synchronization folder, so I will put it there, and it is here. So the machine is now ready. I will connect it, copy the login URL, paste here server, copy the username, paste here Ubuntu, copy the password and paste here. If you select this and existing session, it will terminate all of the running applications on your machine. So this is a critical thing. You need to select this only when your synchronization drive doesn't work or when you cannot connect the machine. It will not delete your data, but it will terminate all the running applications. So it is like restarting your server. Okay, I'm connecting right now. The connection speed depends on where you live, your internet service, and we are almost ready. And it is started. So go to home and go to Thin Drives, select Mass Compute Shared folder, wait for synchronization folder to become available because this is slow. So for big files, use Hugging Face upload, download, use OneDrive, Google Drive, any of them you can use. Okay, we have the zip file here. You see Hunyuan 2.1 version 3 downloads. So I am dragging and dropping it into downloads folder. We never installed anything inside this folder. Never. So go to downloads folder, right click and extract here and open the folder. And now double click mass compute instructions read txt file. There is this install command. Copy it. When you are inside this folder, click this three dots icon, open in terminal, right click and paste and hit enter. And it will start automatic installation. Again, we don't need to do anything. We just wait for installation to be completed. The installation on mass compute is like 10 times faster than the RunPod usually. So once the installation of the library is finished, it will ask you to which models to download. Let's download all of them, choice 3, and it will start downloading. The downloading is really fast on mass compute as well. You see we are getting 700 megabytes per second right now. My downloader splits model download into 16 parallel pieces, so we download with 16x speed compared to single download. Okay, model downloads on mass compute finished. You see we have failed 3, and these failed files are just very small JSON files. Let's run the downloader again. We were just rate limited, sometimes happens, so I will just copy paste. And option 3, it will just skip the already downloaded files as you can see, and they were all hash verified, so they were 100% accurately downloaded. Now it will try to download missing JSON files. Let's just wait for a second. You see it is skipping the files after verifying their hash. Okay, almost done. And those JSON files. Okay, yes, so it is downloading. There were one real model as well. Okay, now it is all downloaded accurately, 100% accurately. Now we can start the application. To start the application, copy this command and inside this folder open another terminal and paste. This will start with Gradio live share, but if you don't want it, you can just remove the live share, and Gradio live share started, so I will copy it and use it in my own PC like this, so it will be much more faster to use. So how you can use, you can just type a prompt here and right away use it. You can use distilled model. Make sure to decide which model you will use at the beginning. Distilled model is much faster with only 8 steps, but its quality is lower. So let's begin with using the default settings. You can select your aspect ratio from here. So let's make our aspect ratio like this, and we can also apply auto enhance. Currently it is not applied, so you can see. So let's just generate an image and see the result. Since currently these models are huge, it is even taking a lot of time to just load into the RAM disk. For example, let's type nviTap and you can monitor what is happening. First it is loading into memory, then it will move them into the GPU. You can also see the status of what is happening in the started CMD window, and it shows the options that we have selected as like this. But I saw that GGUF versions of the model is being made. Probably in few days you may run this in ComfyUI, but this is official best quality pipeline. So if you want to compare, if you want to test right now, this is the way of doing that. Okay, it is loading the models. You see it has so many different parts to be loaded, and my installer handling everything automatically for you. Once you generated an image, the subsequent generations taking under 1 minute to generate with the best quality. Okay, generation started. Okay, you see the timing is getting better. Next generation will be much more faster to do, and it shows all the settings. We are using shift 4, this random seed, this mean flow used with distilled model, and it is using this by 3.5, the resolution, the sampling steps, the guidance scale, the CFG scale. It also has some negative prompt. This model supports negative prompts as well. And this is the step speed, 1.36 IT per second. So the first generation takes like 1 minute, but the next ones will be even faster. Let's see the generated image, and yes, we have it. Currently it is not very realistic because these models are tending to be not very realistic. We need to improve the, let's try raw iPhone photo of. Okay, let's try like this and generate image. Let's see the next one speed. So you see it started immediately generating, and it will take like 35-40 seconds to generate. So we can see the process here. Yes, you see it took like 40 seconds to generate. Okay, interesting, it put it like this. So we can also automatically enhance the prompt. Okay, let's make this like this. Raw photo of a beautiful landscape with mountains taken with iPhone. Then let's enable auto enhance prompt and let's generate. When you enable auto enhance prompt, it will take longer because it will also run the enhancer LLM pipeline. So it will take some time to enhance. You see it is loading the LLM to enhance the prompt. It is not like embedded thing into the model. It is using some LLMs. Okay, it is starting. This is, by the way, fully official pipeline published by the Tencent Hunyuan developers. So we are using it. This is the highest quality. Probably we can assume that the prompt will be also shown here, so we will see it in a minute. It's taking like 1 minute. Okay, so it changed the prompt into this. By the way, all generations are saved inside Hunyuan folder, outputs folder with their metadata, so you can also see them with their metadata as well, and the images are here, and we will see new prompt here as well. Okay, the prompt arrived and the image has arrived. Yes, you see it improved the prompt. Then there is also refiner. Let's also try with refiner as well. So this time I will disable auto enhance prompt since my prompt enhanced, and I will enable refine and generate. When you use both refiner and base model, it obviously takes huge amount of RAM memory because it is keeping the other model onto RAM to not reload again. Therefore, make sure that your machine has a lot of RAM if you are going to use both of the models, like this case, because just the refiner itself is 30 GB model, as you can see. Okay, refiner started. Refiner is only 4 steps. It is taking longer per step, but it is fine. And the refine completed, and we got the refined image like this. I think it is a little bit improvement. In the outputs folder, you will see both pre-refiner like this, and let's see the refined version like this. Yes, we can see that refiner definitely improved the quality, and this is currently viewed inside the ThinLinc client. Yes, I can definitely say that refiner really improved the quality. So let's move these files into our computer to look. Okay, copy, and let's go to home, thin, mass compute shared folder. This is my folder name. You can put whatever you want. This is how you can move files, but small files. Okay, let's just paste it there. Then when I go back to my computer outputs folder, you see it is currently synchronizing, and I can see that. Okay, this is raw version and this is the refined version. The refined version is much better. So let's use our image comparison slider application, select the output and make a comparison full screen. Okay, this left one is without refiner and the right one is with refiner. I can see that it significantly improved the quality. This is 2048 pixels to 2048 pixels by default. So this application is extremely advanced. Try it and see if it is working better for your professional cases, your cases. To use multi-line prompt, all you need to do is just enable this and just type your prompts like this: dog, cat, bus, and it will generate each one of them. Moreover, you can set number of images from here to generate multiple images at once. Okay, so once you are done with mass compute, how to backup your data and terminate it, I will show that right now. So first of all, I will move my all output, copy, then go to home, go to thin drives, go to mass compute shared folder. This is the name that I have given. You can give any name, but it will be always inside thin drives in your mass compute cloud. So paste here. I will say apply this to all and merge so that it will add all the newest files, replace. Then you will see that it will copy them. Okay, there are few things, skip all, and the rest will be copied. It happened because I had copied few of them previously. This copy is very slow. Why? Because currently it is also synchronizing with my shared folder in my PC. When I go to my shared folder and inside outputs, I should see that new files are arriving here. Yes. So you see, as it copy the files into the shared folder, they are also being copied into my PC. Once this option is completed, then I can safely terminate my mass compute because I did backup all the data. However, I would recommend you to use OneDrive or Google Drive for faster upload and download. Moreover, there is also a tutorial that I have made. Just type SE courses wget and you will see this tutorial. This tutorial also shows you how you can use Hugging Face Jupyter Notebook to upload and download into Hugging Face. It is the fastest way to backup big data especially for big data, I recommend to use that strategy so that you will be able to back up your data into Hugging Face and download from there whenever you want. It can be next time when you set up a mass compute, you can use the Hugging Face setup repository, extremely fast download and upload. So once all the generations are copied like this, it is completed, return back to your mass compute instance. If you stop it, it will not stop your billing. You need to delete it. Currently it is stopped. I can start again, but there is no point of stopping. Then I need to delete and then it will not use my credits. So now I will show how to install it on RunPod. Download the latest zip file from the post, move it into any disk where you want to follow and extract all. Okay, let's extract all. Then you see there is RunPod instructions read txt file. This is my RunPod installation way, always the same. So once you learn how to install one of my application, you understand the logic and you can follow it always. Please register RunPod with this link, I appreciate that. After registering, sign in. And after signing, click Blink and add some credits to your account. Then go to Pod. You can also use storage, which is permanent storage system if you don't want to reinstall every time. And for permanent storage system, I already have a tutorial here. So you can follow it, but I will now show you new instance installation. So go to Pod, as I said. From here you can make some selections. I recommend you select this disk and I recommend you to select this RAM amount. Then my recommended GPU is RTX Pro 6000. And in the template, this is super important. Pay attention to the template that this txt file telling you. It is telling you to use this. Don't worry, just use it. So change templates. From templates, you see RunPod PyTorch 2.2.0. This is official template. Don't worry, this template will still work on RTX 5000 series because my installation is handling that automatically. Then edit template, this is important. Set disk like 200 gigabytes. This is important. You can also expose other ports to connect via proxy if you want, but I recommend to use Gradio Live Share, which I'm going to show, and deploy on demand. RunPod initialization will be really fast, but its installation is just way slow than mass compute because its disk drives are shared among so many users, and since they have network storage system, it is even more slower. So once you see this green icon, click here and click connect Jupyter Lab interface. When you first time try, it may fail. You may try again and again, and if never works, get a new machine because that machine is broken. Furthermore, pay attention to this utilization memory and disk. Make sure that they are all like this because sometimes it is being bugged GPU. And before even starting installation, you can do this pip install NVI top. This is for verifying your GPU NVI top. And now you should see a window like this that shows your GPU. If it is not working, this machine is broken, just dump it and get a new one. Then you will see that there is this upload. I can click that, select the file you have downloaded and upload. It should be almost instant. Right click the zip file and extract archive. Then click this refresh and you will see files like this. Open RunPod instructions read txt file. Just copy this install command. This is almost same in my all applications and hit enter. This will automatically set up a virtual environment and install it into there, and it will also download the models. The installation and model download will take huge time on RunPod. So if you want to use storage, you can set a new storage, and only difference is that you click this volume name, you click this deploy pod with volume and you select GPU. Then the rest is exactly same. You see, we came to this part and from this part it is exactly same. However, it will be permanent so that you won't be needed to install again and again. It will stay. But permanent storage may be slower as a disk, and also it will use your credits as long as it exists. You see, monthly cost is $35. So the installation on RunPod started. Once the library installation completed, it will ask you which models to download. I recommend to download all of them, option 3, and the download will start. My downloader uses 16 connections to speed up. However, RunPod download speeds are usually not that good, and then it will verify their hash, and it will be even slower on RunPod because RunPod disks are slow, but this will ensure that all of the models are accurately 100% accurately downloaded. So the model downloads have been completed, but I see two failed because probably we were rate limited. Yes, I can see that some JSON files caused rate limit, you see. So what you can do, you can just run this prompt again. Okay, let's try, and it will just skip existing downloads and it will download missing ones. You see, since we verify with hashes and log them, it will just skip hash verified files and it will just download the missing file. Okay, it says that we had a one missing file. It downloaded it. It is verifying the other files as well. Okay, you see, now we have no issues with models. They are 100% accurately downloaded with verified hashes. Now to run the application, I will just run this terminal. Unfortunately, starting applications loading models on RunPod is really slow compared to mass compute because of their disk speeds. We can also see their disk speed. Here you see it says that it is 120 megabytes per second, and this is supposed to be NVMe disk. You see 140 megabytes per second. It's extremely slow. Okay, the application started. I'm going to use this Gradio Live Share. You can also use this port to connect 7861, as you can see. So I can connect from this proxy port, or I can connect from Gradio Live Share, which I recommend. Then let's generate an image, an example image. I won't show again the rest. Just watch the mass compute part starting from here. The interface is also very clear, easy to use. I also explained it in the very beginning of the tutorial video, so you can also watch it. Okay, so once you are done with the RunPod usage, how to properly close it or terminate it? First of all, I recommend you to download all of the generated images. To do that, we go back to workspace, enter inside Hunyuan Image 2.1 SE courses. You will see outputs. Everything we have generated so far will be saved here with images, with their metadata, everything. So let's go to this folder, right click outputs and download as an archive. Then it will start download like this. You see currently it is downloading. Wait for download to be completed. If you have so large data, this may fail. Then you can use RunPod CTL to download. You need to install RunPod CTL. I have a tutorial for that. I'm showing that. For RunPod CTL, it is so faster. RunPod CTL send and the folder name. While you are inside the accurate folder, you see currently I'm inside this folder. It will first generate a zip file of the folder, then it will give you a link to download all of them. But usually these other methods should work. You see it has also downloaded. For RunPod CTL, I will copy this, open a CMD wherever I want to download and hit enter. Then it will use the RunPod CTL that I have in my disk and in my environment path. You see it is way faster. Actually, installation of RunPod CTL is so easy. You just put it into a folder like this, RunPod CTL exe, and you add it into your environment variables, into your path variable like this. You see RunPod CTL. Then it will automatically recognize it to download. So how I am going to terminate my machine? First of all, I need to stop this pod. Stop pod. Even when I stop it, it will still use my credits because it is still using the disk space. Then I need to terminate the pod and terminate pod, and everything is deleted forever. If I were using storage system, there is no stopping there. So let me demonstrate quickly. Let's not just break my template, deploy on demand. When you use the network storage system, you won't see stop option because there is no stopping. You just terminate it. However, this time all the data will remain on my network storage system. So I will just terminate it. Then next time when I use network storage system, my data will be there already ready.